Hi, so I'm going to try and do a bit of narration over this video. This bus stop on the right was where I turned around on my last video. This time we're going forward and we're going into Hinchingbrooke Park. This car on the right stopped for me, when in fact he had right away, so I just waved him across and off he went. So the purpose of this video, yes, the purpose of this video is so I can do a trip that is easily repeatable. At the moment I'm videoing using my iTech Action Pro camera, and it's on a chest mount. It's a rig that goes over your shoulders and looks exactly like this. So the next time I do this very repeatable trip, I will be using the same chest mount with the camera, the same camera, but I will be using a wearable gimbal. Now this is a WG2 gimbal, and the idea is that it will keep the camera stabilised, and therefore even now you can see it, this jumpiness of the film should all be flattened out and it should be ice smooth. So this is twice normal speed now, just to get into the park. Car park on my left. And this is the road that leads down to the main playing area, really big green field area in the park. The building on the right is a cafeteria. You can sit down, buy a drink, piece of cake, that type of thing. So I decided to go down this path to start my journey, and I came across a park warden standing in a doorway. Sounds like a joke, but it isn't. He's just about to show him here. So I thought, why not stop, have a chat, ask a few questions like where can I go on my bike, and basically he told me I can go anywhere I like in the park, but that I should not leave any litter, and to remember that some dogs and people do not understand bicycles. And I think what he meant by that is just give them a bit of space. So now I'm off looking for an uneven track. That little tent on the right there was just someone's gazebo, portable gazebo to keep the sun off them. As we're going forward here, on the right is an exercise park. There's about 4 or 5 different exercise machines. This little boy was doing a wee in the bush, and Mum and Dad were protecting him, so I had to ask them to get out of the way. Politely, I might add. There's also some barbecue stands on this green area that is concreted into the ground. But yeah, as you can see here, the tracks are all bumpy, which is good because that's what I need. I want to try the ride again with my gimbal. So on this one, just watch out for the bumps. Lovely old bridge I'm going over here. A bit steep up, bit steep down. And this is where the lake is. There's 2 lakes here, and they're divided or split apart by a road track going right through them, and this is the track. This is again at double speed. The camera I'm using is a copy of a GoPro, so it's not particularly brilliant when it comes to light. You'll notice differences. So the lake is on my left, the one you can see, and that's for coarse fishing and for sailing. There is one on the right that you cannot see, and that's not used for anything, just a water reservoir, I suppose. So this is a real rough old track, as you can see, bumping up and down on here. Twice speed. It's quite a long distance. You see the prevailing wind comes from the right here. And look at that tree, how it's bent over. Now there's a little bench coming up where I decided to stop and just take in the view of the lake. And of course the cutout here you can see just at the bottom of the screen is for fishing. Now we're going to cycle right round to the exact opposite side of the lake. That's where the sailing, I say sailing, it's little dinghies, you know, 1-man, 2-man dinghies. Little wooden bridge we're going over there, as you can see. Now there's some people down here on the right. They get out my way, don't have to ask them to. Just as we come here, you see some people fishing on the left. A couple of guys there fishing. They had 2 rods apiece. I was going to stop and have a chat, but I remember when I was a fisherman, I didn't like people just coming over and say, how's it going, blah blah blah. So I decided to leave them alone and head towards this swing gate. Now it's a gate that is in a half circle, a semicircular frame. So the gate will swing one way or the other, but you cannot get your bike through there. For the life of me I couldn't do it. I couldn't even get my bike in. You can see the curvature on this still, and I've left this message here. If anyone can work out how to use this with the standard bike, please do say. I just couldn't get the bike in. I suppose if I bring it up on its back wheel, but my bike weighs a ton. So the battery packs and everything. So I didn't fancy doing that. Which is a shame, because I was going to use this park as a shortcut to carry on the journey out through that gate, but I can't. So again you can see the track's a little bumpy. I love these trees, how they just suddenly pop up in the middle of the tracks. Obviously they were there before the track. And then as we come out this side, this is the sailing club, and I pull over on this bench just so you can take a look. And here I adjust the camera angle. I think we're getting too much sky, so I bring the camera down a bit so we can see a bit more actual ground. There, that looks a bit better. It's very hard to tell while the camera is pointing on your chest. So I could have gone straight on and back to where we started, but I decided to cut through here, cross a river. It's a little brook really. And this path was a gem. It is so bumpy. Roots from the trees are pushing it up. It's got cracks in it. As you can see just by watching this video, it is a nightmare for the camera. Hopefully it will be an extremely good test for the new wearable gimbal I'll be getting in a few weeks' time. So as we come out to the open, just around the corner, here we are. This is back to where we joined the park. There's the open field. We're going back around again. There's the exercise place on the right. But instead of going over the bridge, I'm going to do a sharp right. Now I really wanted to swing around this right hand bend we're about to do, and something said don't do it. So I just cautioned off a bit, and bam! 4 or 5 people all in the track. They apologised for blocking the route, and I said it's not a problem. I mean, they have as much right there as I do. And we carried on down here. There's a couple of ladies with a little girl. Now on the left here you can see a track going off. You can just about see it at the end. That is a bird hide or duck hide. Next time I'm on the video I'll take you down there and we'll take a look at it. So this is another bumpy old path. They really are not smooth, these. So hopefully it'll just be a superb test for the gimbal. I'll be most upset if it doesn't turn out completely smooth. Even these tarmac paths, because of the roots and everything, they've been here for quite a long time. You can see the bumps. It doesn't help as well because my bike has very little suspension. So I'll do a right here, which again is the field is on my right, so I'm doing a big circuit really to go back to the cafe. I'm not sure why I keep moving my hand. There must be something I'm adjusting. You see my hand just come across the lens every now and again. And here we are, we come out the other side of the cafe, park side. I stop by this tree and take a nice drink of water. Now this bottle's got one of those caps that you can just flip open, pull a little plunger out and suck it. They're dreadful, so I prefer actually undoing the cap, as you can see here, and putting it back on. So I do know how they work, it's just I don't like using them. I'm going to replace that for an aluminium, vacuum aluminium one. Keeps the hot hot and the cold cold. Now I miss a trick here, because these road bumps, apart from the few, have got a missing section. And I could have just rode my bike right through the missing section. And it would have been a lot smoother. Here's one there. I actually miss it. Had to ask these people to politely get out of the way. It's actually a road. They're not supposed to be walking up on it. So here I'm on the way out of the park. I came into the park on the pathway and now I'm leaving the park on the road. And that's the pathway on the left that I came in on. So I'm going to join the path again, just up here. There we are. Now, I was having such a good time. I was originally planning to go back home, back past the hospital. Across the road here, rather roundabout. And then when I got to this point I thought, could go right home or I could go left. Never been left, don't know what's down there. Let's give it a go. Off we go, down left. And this is a bit of a hill, it doesn't look much, but it does gradually go down and down and down. I was getting quite a nice speed up. And then I suddenly realised the time, nearly 4 o'clock, and I had to get back home. So at this point, on the right is a bridle path. I just decided, right, let's turn around, get back home. But I've got somewhere to explore, I'll go down there on another day. So going up this hill, you can see it's a hill. It's not mega steep, but it's a hill. I had to have a full pedal assist, and the battery dropped to 2 bars, and I was beginning to worry. I thought, oh no, if I drain my battery out here, I've got problems in getting back home. Luckily for me, at the top of this hill, dropped the pedal assist down to eco mode, and all is well. Now I've sped this up 4 times because those of you who watch my videos have already seen this part. The hospital is on the left here, and this is my journey home from the park. There's a school on the right, I haven't mentioned that, but there is a school on the right where my son went to. And on the left here is a forensic police station. Just here's the entrance to the police station. It's just for like a forensic laboratory. This bit I just love. I don't know what it is about it. It could be the overhanging trees. So you can see I've slowed it down here. As you can see, this part has actually got a boulevard over on the right there with benches and trees, and you're quite away from the road. That's probably why I like it. A couple of people here with a dog. I was a bit cautious, so I slowed right down. Now this bit I absolutely think is fantastic. Look at that tree, smack bang in the middle of the track. It's not going anywhere. So speed this up again. Train station on the right. Then I thought something had fallen off my bike. I don't know why, I just stopped here. Took a good look. But it was all okay. There's nothing loose, nothing coming off. So I don't know what the sound was I heard. I might have picked up a stone or something. But it's all okay, so off we go again. You can't see it very well, but over on the right there, the building, that's a care home for elderly people, as is the one straight ahead of us, and I turn left here under the railway line, back around by the flats. As I've said, if you've seen my videos on the bike, you've seen these. There's a basketball court on the left, picnic area straight ahead. Up to the right there was the skateboard park. I cross this road and go through the front of our estate. It's so pleasant actually, because there's not many people around. This is Saturday afternoon, lovely sunny day. We certainly don't have a people crowding problem, not here. So I come back round here. This is bumpy as well because of the roots. And this has a steep little up there. And this lady there with the dog in front of me just froze, and I said, no, come forward. It's okay, I'm not in a rush, I can wait. But she insisted on just staying there with her dog and asked me to come forward. She said, no, you come forward, I'll wait here with my dog. So I thanked her. I said, okay, thank you, have a nice day, and off I go. Then back into the estate. Nice roads, big sweeping roads. I'm a little late, it's 10 past 4. Turn into my drive. So thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video, which will be a ration video. Cheers.